funny? We must woke up thinking the same thing.
You know what? Fuck this team.
That's funny. Some Cowboys.
Yeah. I opened my closet, Steve, and I went, yeah. Today's the day.
That's funny. There he is.
Look at him.
That's hilarious.
Although I will say, my narrative is going to be, I'm not doing the loser thing anymore.
No, I mean it's. I mean, I kind of agree with Drew. I mean, if he wins, look, he's the coach, so I mean they're going to win tonight. They're going to be bowl eligible. He's going to be the coach next year. So you can either spend the whole offseason pissed off or see if you can get this thing going. You know,
I still don't think just making bowl eligible.
What up, man?
Sorry, I'm running late. I called into the restaurant, so I had a nice pull. I had to get some clothes.
Look, we woke up this morning. I threw my Cowboys gear on. We didn't even talk this
morning. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, you screwed me. What do you mean you're welcome? I don't need you picking the Cowboys. You're welcome. I saw what the hell happens to teams you pick.
Slow down, Nikki.
Golly.
Slow down, Nikki.
I just walked in 2 minutes before you.
Slow down. You're running late. Slow down.
Dude, you've been proud of me. I'm eating healthier. I went to pick up the dog meds yesterday. I was waiting in line. Little piggy machine there. I was like, let's see how bad it is. Did the blood pressure, and it was like, yeah, you're about to pop.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh. So I went immediately and just bought. There's a shit ton of health food back there.
No, you have awesome. To. Yeah, but here's the thing. Awesome. It takes that to kickstart.
Yeah, I mean, I knew
we all know that it takes that to kickstart.
Normally, I'll do it, and it might be a little elevated, and then I'm like, all right, I'll do it again, and I'll down a little bit. No, it went higher. Yeah. It was like, no, fucker, like,
hey,
you are really in trouble. So
we're trying to tell you.
So I got a bunch of beet juice. My breakfast this morning was beet juice and a fish oil pill. But there's a plan. You know? I'm not going like cold turkey. Just I'm not gonna eat anything ever again.
Because that never works.
No, it doesn't. Yeah. I got a steel cut oatmeal.
I'm telling you, dude.
Blueberries.
Let's be in
all kind of antioxidants.
I've been doing like 100, or 1,800 calories a day, whatever. Like, I'm telling you, let's get to the new year. And let's do a 40-day and like do it on air and like, hey, we're gonna keep track with, and
then it'll
just try to kill it, and it'll keep us accountable.
Hi, I'm Mike Yam with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. 2 Sundays ago, Cam Newton said he was eating a bowl of cereal. He may now be the Panthers' lucky charm at quarterback. Carolina head coach Matt Rule says he's, quote, trending towards starting Newton this week against Washington. Newton accounted for 2 touchdowns in just 9 plays in a win over the Cardinals, just 3 days after signing with the Panthers. After missing 2 games with an ankle injury, Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray returned to practice on Wednesday. He says he feels pretty close to being ready to play this week. Some other QB news, the Jets will start Joe Flacco Sunday against Miami, while the Dolphins expect Tua Tagovailoa to be back in the starting lineup despite an injured finger. Meanwhile, in Detroit, Jared Goff did not practice Wednesday and is being called day-to-day with an oblique injury. And 2 All-Pros back at practice Wednesday after being sidelined by injuries on Sunday. Saints running back Alvin Kamara, Cowboys left tackle Tyron Smith. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, over-designed, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 6680 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 6680. Enjoy.
It's mosquito season, and you have put a lot of time and your hard-earned money into your yard. Now the mosquitoes are enjoying your yard more than you are. But mosquitoes are not just
I missed
on all ESPN Louisville stations. We'll break down the matchup and take you up to kickoff.
And then immediately after the final whistle, it's the Miller Lite postgame show with me, Mark Ennis. We'll hear live from head coach Scott Satterfield, take your calls, texts, and more. If it's Louisville football, we talk about it here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
That's his game. They don't get back. Hayward's look at this steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marcus Maven. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor. Hops incredible. Here comes Maven off the steal. Oh, my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maven. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maven. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Maven. So sit back and relax and watch Maven.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maven on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station, and it's fitting. Today looks like one of the more fall type days we have seen in our entire year. And speaking of fall, fall represents change, and change is coming today. Steve Rummage in the building, Nikki V in the booth.
I'll tell you what, today is an odd day in a good way. In an in sync day. Can we get in sync when we come back from our first break?
Finally.
Yes. I know we've been waiting. Listen, and let me tell you why. I wake up this morning, and let me explain, because this will get us into our conversation for the day. I wake up this morning. I'm getting ready. I'm like, you know what? I had my gray, my Duncan Cardinal hoodie that I usually wear.
Yeah, some of your nice regular rotation.
I'm in that weird time of the year where I'm like, I got to buy a few more hoodies to get some fresh hoodies, And honestly, I've never unpacked my hoodies from when we moved over the summer. So I'm like, I've wore this like I've wore it, I think, at least twice this week. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait. It's like, I'm going to get my Cowboys pullover because it's not freezing outside. I need something thinner, I was like, it feels pretty good, actually. So I get my Dallas Cowboys pullover. I come in. I see Marcus Maven. I notice when I come around the corner, something looks different. Like just when I could see him in there, I really mean that. Like
something stood out immediately.
Something in the ambiance of what I usually see was different, and I was like, "You got blue on." I knew it wasn't Kentucky, but I was like, "What is that?" So, anyways, I walk in, and Marcus. Now remember, I've worn my Dallas gear today. Marcus is wearing a fresh new Detroit Lions pullover.
Well, it's actually not new. It's a year old. Actually.
Should be team issued. Is it team issued?
No, it's NFL legit though.
Okay. No, mine is too. Look. I got that.
Not team issued.
I got the real deal, man. This is good.
Jalen needs some swag now.
I know. I'll wear a Lions swag if he wants to send a hat or something. Listen. But my thing is
you know what he said to me? He said, "Did I get you that helmet?" I said, no, Jalen, you didn't.
No.
You know what he said? Oh, it's probably still in the shed. I'll get it to you.
Isn't it just crazy how little? I wish I could go back to high school, Steve, and just, I know people roll their eyes when I say that, but just like.
No, the people rolling their eyes feel the exact same
all
way.
my jerseys, like, I don't know where any of them are. My mom made a shadow box for me. Bless her heart. Thank you, Mom. That kept one jersey.
She had the little foreshadowing.
I know.
No, I'm the worst. Like,
I mean, they're all gone. Like, everything's gone.
Had I not, now here's the thing. I know the girl who has my Louisville jacket. My varsity jacket. I'm not happy about that. She stole it. That wasn't a gift. She stole.
Every guy's lost a
I
item
know,
of clothing.
I know. That's probably my.
I'm never gonna get that Albuquerque isotope.
Yeah,
set
that my Louisville jacket. That's the bad hit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. I'm like, why did I even think about that? I was just like, oh no, Steve. Accidentally, Marcus is good at this one thing, and I know you all do it too sometimes. You hide something from yourself on purpose and then forget where you hid it from yourself. But you knew it was important that you hide this from yourself, or you'd be messing around with it. And basketball is a funny thing, Steve.
Yeah.
You get these big Louisville shorts. You hit gyms and you like to throw them on your game issue, but you're like, Marcus, stop wearing these shorts. So one day you're gonna really want them. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up just any kind of gear I got, any kind of memorabilia gear I got, I put it all in a trash bag and I put it under everything in the storage bin. Like I buried it as deep and dark and far down as humanly possible. And sometime within the last year of you know what was? COVID, boredom.
Yeah.
You know what? Today's the day when I'm going into those bins and just cleaning out. And I get this bag up from the depth of storage life. And gear just started popping out. And my high school state tournament t-shirt that I never wore. I was like, yes, I got gear coming out. Like I think I did a live where I showed people I had a shooting shirt. I don't know how the shooting shirt got there. I don't know how it got in my possession, but so Johnny, coach, I don't know how I got there. But anyway, shooting shirts, stuff was just like my Louisville gear just popping out of nowhere. I'm like, yes, thank God. But had I known about this, I'd have screwed that up a long time ago. I'd have done Lord knows what with all that gear. So that is credit to, like I say, if you could go back and put your stuff away, totally would have put it away.
So we both end up here with our NFL gear on. I'm like,
ready.
That's funny. We're kind of having that's funny, and we both must have been thinking the same thing, right?
On the same vibration.
Yeah, vibrations when we got up today. So anyways, then Marcus starts singing a song. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, listen. I show him my phone. I'm like, Marcus, this is what I was listening to on the way in. And he's like, oh man, I've been listening to this. I got it right here on my YouTube, So he pulls it up on his YouTube.
That was right there.
So we were listening to the same song today. Okay. Then we start kind of talking a little bit about our feelings and what we want to talk about today. And go figure, both of us were like, yeah, today's the day. Look, going out. Let's get this thing going.
Today's the day. And here's the thing. I'll retread my emotional roller coaster so y'all can understand where we're coming from, because I want to know where everybody else is coming from.
Yeah, because I'm curious, because this is a moment for Louisville fans that we have to
acknowledge and all that good stuff. So 8150-93.9 is the number, 3831-93.9. Feel free to call in and give us your big picture vibes, because here's the thing, people. For the last 3 weeks, and I'm just putting a cap on 3 weeks, I haven't been, for the majority of the season, I haven't been incredibly excited. I mean, you guys know how I am. I love the process. I do enjoy the process of getting better with my team. I enjoy improvement. But what I hate to see is the same mistake over and over again. That bothers me. I don't mind the mistake the first times if they're getting less and less. Okay.
Absolutely.
So here's what happens. I'm North Carolina State. I'm really upset with the goal line to start the game. You You don't take it to North Carolina State. To me, we got behind the 8 ball against North Carolina State from the beginning. That cannot happen again. It was like, when I talk about improvement, I can't have that feeling again.
Yeah.
Where it looks incompetent in the goal line or it force feeds Malik on the goal line. I just can't have that,
I would agree.
So fast forward, I get my Clemson. I get my moment to beat Clemson. I get the same goal line stuff again. And I'm just like, so that means you weren't feeling that you did anything wrong at North Carolina State. When you tell me that you don't understand that was the wrong thing to do, and you like big picture, it's to me, it was killing the offensive lineman self-esteem. It's killing the running back self-esteem. The tight ends to get the little rollouts. To me, it was just working everybody's self-esteem. In my opinion, I know I'm not the coach, but again, I'm qualified.
Yeah,
I'm qualified to have this opinion, and it be a legitimate, taken serious opinion. So then, I get my North Carolina State, I get my Clemson. Add that on to my Wake Forest and my what other game? Virginia. And I got 4 games where I'm just upset. I'm just upset. So we fast forward. We've Jeff Brommed it up real good, We
which I still believe.
Yeah, right.
I still believe he's probably the best overall fit. Yeah,
fit.
Yeah.
Emphasis every time we have that conversation, we say fit.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't mean on a neutral field. We're just saying we think he has an advantage here that no other coach can have right now. An advantage locally, energy, crowd, fit. Okay. But I've also said I would not get rid of Satterfield for anybody
for a coaching search.
Yeah, for anybody other than Jeff Brom.
We've been very clear with that all along.
Yeah, I'm mad at him. But I'm not worried about my program going into the tank with him at the helm. I'll keep on.
Yeah, if the Brom thing's not there, then I'm not.
Yeah,
this isn't even conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I can name 4 coaches that I just kick them to the curb for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. But yeah, like I'm not unhappy with him at the helm.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm mad at some choices and some decisions here. But program strength, I'm not unhappy. But again, trajectory was worrying me if he was going to be stubborn. Okay, but we always try to make them 2 different conversations. They're not competing against each other. Like I said, he just doesn't have the kind of advantage. Again, there's somebody right now saying Satterfield at Duke has a different level of advantage. Like Satterfield could win at Duke. You would not blame a person from Raleigh or Durham saying, hey, we got a good coach. Mac Brown's a good coach, but Satterfield may have some advantages.
Well, I think North Carolina, more so even than Duke, could kind of say not quite the same, but could feel. I've got a buddy in Carolina who said, was like, Satterfield would be perfect here.
Yep.
Perfect fit here.
Yep.
He would never leave here. He knows the area. He's loved around here. He'd be the perfect fit. He says the exact same things I say about Jeff Brom here.
Yep. And it's unapologetic.
And don't forget that job's about to come open.
Yeah, right. You're talking about Duke or Carolina? Duke.
No, I'm talking about Carolina. Mac Brown's not
okay.
Yeah. There's not a ton of years left on that.
Yeah, he's not living up to preseason hype either with supposedly good quarterback play. Okay. These are separate conversations, but these are fair conversations. But here's where I'm guilty. Here's where my disservice comes in at. I was arms folded. I turned into arms folded guy. And I got to say this. I understand better why many of you are comfortable in that loser catbird seat that I was in. I understand it now. And I'm saying it like not to be offensive, but you're I'm a Louisville diehard fan. that has turned into, but I'm never going to pick them to win. So when they win, I can be happy for the night, arms folded, and keep on talking about stuff they can't do. That's a pressureless life. I lived it. I lived it for at least the Clemson game. Leading up, I don't care if they win or lose. I don't care. You know what? Good. Give up the touchdown. Like I said, I mean, I wasn't all the way, but I was kind of dabbling in the waters of just being mad at my program and trying not to care, right? So I got that feeling. At least for a little while, I experienced it. I was one of you. It's the ghost. I got the chance to live the loser fan life for the Syracuse week, and then you get that game. And then we didn't really talk about it like we should have, and I'm not saying should have like we owed it to talk about it that much. If we weren't inspired by the win, you don't want to start faking inspiration or faking a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So, I let the awesome performance and Lamar Jackson thing, I let it be fun and stuff, but it didn't move me emotionally. It's not till the other day when I went back and I watched the game again. And I said, Marcus, what you saw on the field was awesome, was an awesome product. What you saw against Syracuse. Again, Syracuse's resume, we have Syracuse's number. So then I went from, we really have quite a few teams' numbers when we play games. Earlier, Steve, when I said, if we lose this game, it's because the kids didn't show up. Because my coach out schemes this team. I'm comfortable going against Florida State with Satterfield. I'm comfortable going against Wake Forest with Satterfield.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable going against Boston College, with Satterfield. He's shown up with a game plan. Again, there's something inside the game plan, the meltdown, the conservative play call, or the 3-man rush. But again, those are fixable moles if he's willing to fix them. Mm-hmm. Then we see against Syracuse, we get in the red zone. We get Amari Huggins-Bruce coming out with the creative route, and you're just like, that was awesome. That was awesome. It was comfortable. It was perfect, and it's like he has the potential to make me happy, with all these kind of things. So I'm like, okay, I did a loser week. I did a loser attitude week. I go back, I watch the game, and I'm like, he gave me everything I wanted. Aggressive defense, flying around. Again, I know it's Syracuse, but then you get to this morning, you say, you know what? The situation is what it is from every angle.
Yeah.
There is a coach you like at Purdue.
Yeah.
Who you think, and some of us think that he would be interested in being here and committed to being here long term.
Absolutely.
Just like we said, if Satterfield, if he got a chance to go to North Carolina, y'all wouldn't bat an eyelash. He loves where he's from. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's that. Then you go Satterfield. Okay. You have an opportunity here to show us that this wasn't a Lamar Jackson Syracuse thing. This isn't everybody's locked in. Mm-hmm. Lamar's in town. We just brought out the dogs. Now, I've heard the Duke. I've heard the Duke talk. I've even been the guy. Oh, well, it's a road game. Duke is Thursday night. Who knows? Maybe they try to win one for Cutcliffe and try to spoil Louisville's. I came up with creative ways to lose, and I don't really do that.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Right.
But then, a lot of people were saying, oh, hey, just got to win that game and get to the Kentucky game. And I'm like, no. That Syracuse game, that Syracuse team needs to be in Duke tonight.
Mm-hmm.
With points, with aggression, not the grinded out, 17-6 crap.
No.
Duke is so inferior, and Duke's starting quarterback is out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going with a true freshman.
Yeah, you're a 20-point favorite.
If y'all don't abuse, and
I'm not saying that to try to take any sting off or any joy out of a win tonight.
Right.
I'm
talking about the product.
I'm saying I want to see you go out there and show me. Look, put your foot on them. Go get them 42 to
because that's what
10.
That's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where putting your foot on the gas applies.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity to show us that the Virginia stubbornness, the early leads that we got against every team, and you taking your foot off the gas. That's a narrative.
Yeah.
Right. But that's not just a narrative. We saw it with our own two eyes.
Well, it's not a narrative. Andy likes to say it, and it's, even though I love to disagree with him on a lot of things, the one thing he does say, and even if it makes me mad sometimes, it's if you do it so many times, that kind of becomes what and who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think we saw enough of to say, okay, now again, but we're not where I still think we're early enough in the process where it's like that stuff can be changed.
You can grow. Yeah.
But make me believe that it's going to change and not that that's kind of what you're going to be.
And tonight is the perfect opportunity to say, hey,
it's a great point.
I am capable of, like the whole room can see, are you a foot on the gas person? Because here's the other
what's his biggest road win, Nikki? I know that's it shouldn't be a hard question. He's only been here for 3 years. But yeah, I'm curious what his biggest road win is. And the reason I'm saying that is not to be like, what's his biggest road win? I'm saying, I don't know that he's had a massive one where you're supposed to go in and bust them. Yeah. Tonight could do a lot by going in and just busting them and saying, okay.
No, and again,
and I hate to put a point number on it.
I know,
but
I mean, no, but here's the thing. Product against inferior opponent, foot on gas. Are you capable of?
And I mean points. Like my cousin just texted me, said Wake. I don't mean like that. I mean, even though they did put up a lot, that might be.
You're going for margin to victory, right?
Yeah, I'm going for kind of like where they just bust them. They did kind of dominate them at Wake, though.
Yeah.
It ended up being close, but okay.
Yeah, 62-59 that game. Yeah,
I know.
But that was three.
But we still let them catch back up, and you still kind of, even though that Wake team was top 20. I mean,
and when you say catch up, 3 onside kicks. Like
that's his best road win without a doubt. But I'm saying, like, have they ever went in on the road and just blistered a team?
That same year, they beat NC State on the road by 14.
Okay, what was the score?
34-20. I mean, I'm going through.
With 34-20 went through you tonight. Like, you know,
no, yep, not at all. For me to believe that for me to believe the Kentucky game, for me to believe that Syracuse was our team growing and not just a good game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here we are. This is an inferior opponent.
Yeah.
And if you show me that you're only just playing to try to win the game and you're not like playing against the game rather than just playing the team and trying to beat the team or trying to beat the coach. And again, there's a perfect opportunity for you to do the respectful, look, 24-10 over Duke and glad hand the coach at Duke and tell him how much you enjoyed watching him and, that kind of attitude. Or do you go into Duke and do you wash them? Wash them with a dominant team that's getting better late season.
Yeah, because
does that make sense? Like,
that's a great point.
Your opportunity is right on the White House lawn.
That's such a good point, man. Because I'm just letting all these emotions out, so I don't want to sound like I'm saying this is what I expect. I believe, and this is where we're saying, I'm rooting for tonight. Go out there, give me a reason to believe. Let me call my father-in-law and be like, we're going to bust y'all, you know what I mean, next week. I want to see that. But I do agree with you. I don't want to see 28-17 tonight. And then, great game. Man, I love it here. I grew up here.
Tough little team out there.
Yeah, Duke's a good team. I respect Cutcliffe.
No, they're not.
Even though, here's the thing. I know what you're saying. And that's the right thing to say, but I just heard Kirby Smart's halftime rant yesterday. I don't want that, man. And I'm not saying you have to be
somebody else
insane. Mm-hmm. Don't be somebody else. Be who you are. But go out there and beat them 42-0 and say that's a nice little team.
Yeah, listen, Dabo been doing it to us for.
Oh yeah, oh yes, Clemson and their fans do it to us. They'll look us right in the eye and say, "Man, y'all got a nice little team, nice little stadium you got here." Dabo walked in our stadium and did an interview on ESPN and goes, "Hey, it's a nice little stadium. They got chair backs." Like, he was just so nonchalant. Like, that's cute.
Yeah, but you can be a gentleman and put up 56.
And then he blistered Lamar Jackson's tail on national TV. And you're like, it is a nice little stadium.
Yeah, right. Right. So point being, you don't have to play just to get to the finish line.
Absolutely.
And again,
so really you're putting this really well. Yeah, I agree with you with that.
We've given the grace to coaches to change and get better and change the things that we all see and not scar you for life with them. Mm-hmm. We're not going to scarlet letter you, but when we see the best opportunities for you to prove that you can adjust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody has to adjust. It's not an indictment on you to say, okay, that is something that can work in the Sun Belt for your fans or for your players. And just that's one thing. Hey, football is football, but you're still dealing with different level quarterbacks.
Yeah,
different. Just some guys with some. You're gonna get some linemen here that can ruin your entire scheme. Some quarterback play that can chew up. It's like full court pressing in the NBA. It looks like a great idea until you realize a point guard will chew your full court press up. There's a reason I'm a professional. That means it's like Kyrie Irving. You can literally put Kyrie Irving out there with one other player and say, I bet you Kyrie Irving and James Harden 2-on-5 in an NBA game can find a way to get some buckets, which they should, 2 guys against 5 should not be able to get buckets.
Right.
Kyrie, you can full court press out. Kyrie Irving and James Harden will some type of way find a way to pick and roll, juke and fake, and get some buckets out of y'all.
Yeah.
That's how good people are. But again, pressing works because, in college, what am I going to do? No, it's not. So, different levels. There are things you need to improve on. Let me get to this phone line real quick. Doc, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Good morning. I'm wondering how Steve would feel if at the end of the third quarter it was 28-0, and to keep people rested and healthy for the last game of the season, he pulled everybody like he did last game, and it ended up being 2017. Would you be happy with that?
No.
Doc, I appreciate the call.
No, that was the easiest answer I've ever had.
Actually, that is the exact scenario.
That would be exactly what would set me off.
Yeah, I was going to say, that would be the 100% perfect scenario of Steve spending the rest of his year and summer saying, this can't be the coach at the University of Louisville.
Because I'm going to say anybody else other than Duke beat you. Now, but I mean, I had no problem with what he did against Syracuse. Kept the score to where it was. And look,
but he kept playing, calling aggressive.
Yeah, he kept calling aggressive, even though I was fine. Fourth quarter, get your guys out of there. Game's over.
But call aggressive.
Yeah, look, because I've already put up 40.
Mm-hmm.
Game's over. I haven't put up 25, 28. And let's pull them out. 17-0. Let's pull, no, look, I've got 40 points up there.
24, 24. Now let's grind it out.
Yeah, I've got 40 points up on the board, man. Yes, get them out of there. Let's stay healthy. Let's get into next week. Yeah, no, absolutely. But no, if you stop calling the game aggressively and all of a sudden now you're looking up and you're like, oh my God, it's a 1-score game. Yes. I'm going to be pissed off.
Facts, Doc.
Yeah.
Let me take a quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville.
At Kroger, we know the holiday season is going to be special for everyone. So use the Kroger app to get personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. That way you'll get all the fresh holiday specialties you love at prices that are lower than low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And now you'll find more ways to save on your favorites. When you download digital coupons, you can use up to 5 times in one transaction. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
What do you call a group of friends who wear the same jersey for good luck, no matter how old it is, and who support their team through thick and thin, week after week, as if the very season depended on it while drinking Miller Lite? You call it Miller Time, all football season long. Here's to the original light beer. It's Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2021 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I'm Doug Ball, owner of Great Balls of Fire. We're a local, family-owned fireplace store with over 20 years in service. If you need your Menneson gas logs cleaned and serviced, Vicky, my wife, Michael, my son, or Steve, my brother, can make them look new. If you need a new Majestic or Menneson gas log, my son-in-law, John, and his crew can do the entire job. Like I said, Great Balls of Fire is a family-owned business. Great Balls of Fire is located on Hirschburg Parkway next to Shoe Carnival and across from Sam's Club. Online at gbafire.com.
At Coca-Cola Consolidated, we are your local bottler and a place where you can start your career. Our purpose is to serve others and to pursue excellence. We offer great rewards, competitive pay, career advancement, and growth opportunities. Full-time teammates are eligible for paid training, paid time off, 401k, medical, dental, vision, insurance. Refresh your career today at Coca-Cola Consolidated as a delivery driver, merchandiser, or warehouse handler. Join us at Coca-Cola Consolidated's hiring event Tuesday, December 7th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Fairfield Inn & Suites in Jeffersonville, Indiana, or apply today at CokeConsolidated.com.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
What's up, Louisville? Marshawn Ford here. While preparing for the 2021 season, I came across something that helped me up my cooking game on campus. Not only is it the gettins, but it's all natural, low sodium, has no sugar, no chemicals, or preservatives. It's no secret that when you eat good, you feel good. Dan-O's seasoning has set me up for a damn good season. Yum, yum, get your some. Check them out at danosseasoning.com.
It might be chilly, but Union Restaurant and Game Yard is a great place to pregame or to watch your local college basketball teams just across the walking bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Union Restaurant and Game Yard is 4 seasons of fun, drink, fun, and games for kids and adults, featuring fire pits, 4 separate bar areas, and all type of interactive games inside and outside to go along with a creative food and drink menu. Union Restaurant and Game Yard is also a perfect place for your holiday party. Come on out to Union Restaurant and Game Yard just across the walking bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana today.
Louisville men's basketball is back at the KFC Yum Center for what's sure to be another exciting season in the Ville.
Coordination is part of us. Hearing the roars, the screams of 22,000 is electrifying and terrifying for the competition.
Single game tickets are on sale now for all non-conference matchups. Purchase yours today by visiting gocards.com/tickets. That's gocards.com/tickets. Don't miss a second of the action this season with Louisville men's basketball single game tickets.
Can't wait to make Coordination proud.
All right. This is Matthew McConaughey, and you've seen me in movies like A Time to Kill and The Lincoln Lawyer. Wait, this isn't Matthew McConaughey. This is Brandon Lang. But Matthew did play me in the movie 2 for the Money. Now, it's been both a blessing and a curse, because when a guy that hot portrays you in a movie, you have to look good for the rest of your life. And that's where the Waldman Hair Center comes in. I'll be honest, I was going bald, and I became very self-conscious about the way I looked. So I decided I needed to get a full head of hair. The Waldman Hair Center did just that. Dr. Waldman's practice has been doing this for 30 years, and they use the most up-to-date methods and technology. From the minute you walk into the door until the time you leave, Dr. Mark Waldman and his staff make you feel as comfortable as possible throughout the entire process. This was one of the best decisions of my life. I now have a full head of hair. Go to hairsurgery.com right now and take the first step in looking the way you want to look. That's hairsurgery.com.
After bouncing back against Navy, Louisville basketball returns to the Yum Center Saturday as the Cards host Detroit Mercy.
Williams goes diving and then threads a pass to Davis. Whoa, what a feed.
And for the most post-game coverage, keep it locked on ESPN Louisville. Immediately after the game, join Steve Rummage for the Miller Lite postgame show on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app. We're the first place in town that will take your calls, texts, and hear live from Mike Pegues. If it's Louisville basketball, we talk about it here on ESPN Louisville.
Cold too. Then.
Then what are we doing here?
Yeah, if it scared you, then just forget it.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. What happened? Oh my God, you broke another microphone.
That was radio karma.
I know. He broke another microphone.
Oh, good. I was just twisting. Okay, text line. Do we have a text jumping in on this one?
Yeah, we got quite a few.
Yeah, I'm curious to know.
Texter says it's bowl eligibility day, which, if they win big, is something that I think we would celebrate.
Yep,
I mean, because you go for a 7th win,
and again, let us listen. If you're shaking your head, if you're trying to like heavily cape, I appreciate the difficulty of winning. I appreciate becoming bowl eligible and things like that. So I'm never scoffing at any of this stuff. But again, my judgment is still coming with the product on the field. Keep on.
Texter says, what if Malik got hurt in the 4th quarter? Ahead 35-0. Well, if Malik gets hurt, then season's over. Texter says, don't care if they beat Duke 50-0 and then beat UK. If you can get Brom, get him.
Catching up to God quicker, sticker, AK-40 to your lipper, let the chopper bang on your.
That ain't in sync.
I know.
Okay, so most of your fan,
yeah, I mean,
reaction.
there's a lot of people coming up with the basically a lot of people saying they kind of agree we need to go in there and win big tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they can be
I want to know the Syracuse product is peaking at the right time.
Yeah,
football, grow, that kind of thing.
I think people want to see, because I will say this, and let's have this conversation.
Huggins Bruce a new weapon?
What
is Huggins Bruce a new weapon?
Yeah, Huggins Bruce.
Yeah, sorry.
Because here's the thing: if you win tonight, and I do believe you do, I agree, and I know you may not necessarily. We can see, but I think the conversation of actually, I'm putting the final nail in the Braum conversation and everything because I've been pretty clear. If you don't get him this year, I don't think you ever get him. I think it's a wrap. So that pretty much like, okay, that dream is dead, gone. Because I do think you're not firing. Now, if he takes another job, that's something else. But I believe that win tonight, he's your coach next year. And I think that conversation's over. So
I don't.
No, I know you don't. That's what I was saying. I do. I don't think they'll fire him at going to a bowl game. So
you go get wasted by UK in my stadium. We're gonna listen. Put it this way, Steve. And it's the only confrontational thought I'd have. You go get wasted in front of a 65% Kentucky crowd in Cardinal Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
You go get wasted. My energy, because like my energy, I will try to spread the word as hard as humanly possible that this is not going to work here.
I mean, I will say, to your point, I do think,
and I just think, and I'm not just saying me personally. I just think listen, the gut, the sickness, the collective sickness across the community. You know what I'm saying? And here's the problem, Steve. You're going to be watching some Louisville guys.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
You know, guys that you know should be here right now.
Yeah.
That you know in other circumstances would be here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, factor all that. Like, I know what you're saying. 6 games is a non-fireable offense. But again, 6 games still goes with COVID last year.
Yeah.
You know, or I'm sorry, 4 games. You get the COVID if you bounce back, you know.
Yeah.
Because remember we said, is the 8-game year the outlier? Well, did you just catch everybody off guard? But, you know, again, 6 games is a different kind of 6 games, you know.
Yeah.
When you have, when you're doing habitual mistakes.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I just think the sickness.
I agree with you.
I think the sickness of the alumni base. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, Steve. Don't think for 1 second that this little news that came out yesterday didn't refresh everybody's memory a little bit of what a program looks like that's going all out.
Yeah.
Programs that really want to win and really want to put their best foot forward across the nation.
Yeah.
Don't think that. Yeah. So keep in mind, we're talking about this last 3-week stretch of the season.
Yeah.
And you just got reminded that Jurich is a high top level. And then you start thinking about the moves Jurich would have made or did make to ensure that your sports programs are top tier. The harsh moves he made, you know what I'm saying? The quick, immediate, forceful, you know, hey, I'm going to give my major programs what they need to succeed, and I'm going to pull the trigger when it needs to be done. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, when did he wait a year too late? You know, like in moves. And again, 20-year history of moves.
Yeah. No.
So, to me, that ball, that chemical is toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could come to a head.
It could.
Yeah.
It could.
Out, even like I said, and disregarding a 6 win.
Yeah.
You know, and like, okay, you get a 6 win and you get that team. You 6 win and you give me an example of just a depressing 6 win team you get in a bowl game or something.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, actually, you know, I haven't done this and I've been doing this or trying to do this on Thursdays, but right now, and this can change. This is what's on the line. So this is why I'm saying this, but right now, let me read you our bowl projections.
Okay.
Just kind of give you an idea across the board. I know Jody Demling puts these out on their website, they put them out, like they compile them. So right now you have Military Bowl on December 27th against Houston. Fenway Bowl on December 29th against East Carolina. Fenway Bowl against SMU. This is from like USA Today. I mean, ESPN, everybody. I'm not reading those, but Independence Bowl in Shreveport on the 18th of December against Alabama Birmingham. Fenway Bowl against UCF. That one won't happen. They won't do that one. But Military Bowl on December 27th against East Carolina. Pinstripe Bowl against Rutgers. That one to this point is by far
The sexiest
one. Yeah, I mean, this one may be actually the Duke's Mayo Bowl against Missouri on the 30th in Charlotte. But I mean, that one, you're going to have to win another game or two, probably two, to get in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, truthfully. Tony the Tiger Bowl in El Paso, Texas on the 31st against Washington.
Washington is really the only.
That's the bowl game.
Yeah.
And that one's in El Paso, Texas.
And again, you notice the names you heard us attached to, the Houston, East Carolina,
SMU,
UCF,
UAB.
That's Conference USA again.
Uh-huh.
You feel like you just undone everything Tom Jers did in 3 years.
Yeah, the bowl game will have a just a nasty vibe to it if you were to
just your overall narrative
just
on this whole
win
thing.
tonight and then go get busted, but now on the flip side, if you look good tonight, you come out, you looked good and beat a Kentucky team.
Yeah.
I think it's sexy enough. You are the way you I think fans would probably travel. If you beat Kentucky, I think truthfully, I would probably go because I think it would give you some juice.
I mean, winning those two, and again, traveling. Okay, the monetary. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not counting.
Okay. No, the point I'm making, Steve, is your fan excitement used to be gauged kind of by the travel.
Oh, I'm sorry, Texter. Texter says he thinks that us talking Brom since back in week 2 has been very unprofessional. That's my profession, jackass. It's what I do. It's what we do for a living.
No,
I'm not going to block them.
That's just.
I mean, that's just an ignorant text.
What else do they have? Do they have anything else?
No, Nick. Down.
Down. Listen, Texas, y'all better be careful because we got a rabid guard dog that can jump the fence. Is there anything else? Like, what's their personality like?
I don't know.
You can't tell.
No, it's just. I mean, that's just a stupid text. Like, I'm sorry, they're not stupid, but that's a stupid text. It's literally the profession we're in.
What do they think?
I would love to invite you to go listen to Mike Pratt and Dan Issel. Or maybe you want to listen to Matt Jones.
What do they think
we should? Or listen to music.
What do they think we should? We played Knife Talk for you. What else can we do? Play us out, as a matter of fact.
Like
nigga.
Unprofessional.
You play us out on that note. Like,
you see what the stuff's like that makes you want to go. Y'all go ahead, go get your ass kicked.
He messed it up for everybody. Now no,
Nikki.
No, Nikki.
No.
Nikki.
Shit, play it out.
No. I said play us out.
Are we allowed to talk sport?
1960, Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery founder Charles Nelson introduced the world to the pleasures of Tennessee whiskey. A century and a half later, his great-great-great-grandsons have resurrected the family business and its finest creation, the original Tennessee whiskey. Nelson's Greenbrier Tennessee whiskey, now available in Kentucky for the first time since Prohibition. Nelson's Greenbrier Tennessee whiskey. We hope you'll agree it was worth the wait. Please enjoy responsibly.
The holidays are doubly important this year, so make your celebrations doubly special. At Kroger, we've got a huge selection of high-quality meats on top of fresh, natural produce, like fresh, never-frozen prime-grade beef and our Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts, or delicious king crab legs with our private selection gourmet potatoes. Whew, had to say that doubly fast. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save on the beverages you love, like 12-ounce cans of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Big Red. 12 packs or 4 for just $12 with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
When you walk into other jewelry stores and you don't see Henry Dossi, Verragio, Tacori, it's because they cannot carry them. You have to be of status to carry what we carry.
Terry Vanderspey at Genesis Diamonds, talking about handcrafted, top-name bridal designers.
It's amazing to be able to sell this product. I sell it with passion. I sell it with conviction.
Terry's excited because she came from a store where they weren't allowed to sell designer rings, only cheaper knockoffs, including halo rings that wouldn't properly fit around the diamond.
It's like shoving a size 8 foot in a size 6 shoe. It cannot be done. It doesn't look right. It's not going to hold up. She's going to end up losing her diamond. She's going to hit it on something.
Today, Terry is proud to offer only the best, high-quality rings made to last a lifetime.
When I saw the quality and the integrity of these rings and the passion they put in their rings, it's amazing. This is something that she's going to be putting on her hand every day for the rest of her life.
Genesis Diamonds and luxury pre-owned Rolexes.
I want to be proud for her.
Shelbyville Road Plaza.
At Pepsi, we know now more than ever we play a vital role in supporting our communities, and we're looking for top talent to join our team in Louisville, Kentucky. Our competitive benefits and employee perks and discounts start day one of hire. As a CDL driver for Pepsi, we guarantee you're home every night. If you're currently out of work, out of school, or looking to launch your career with the best in the beverage business, look no further than PepsiCo. We're hiring CDL Class A drivers, warehouse team members, and store merchandisers. Apply today at PepsiFrontlineCareers.com. That's PepsiFrontlineCareers.com.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
Tired of living with awful joint pain? If you've been to an orthopedic surgeon, you know the drill. Pain meds, steroids, physical therapy, right? When those Band-Aids don't work, you know what's next? Surgery, major surgery. Hey, it's Bob Valvano. Don't do it. Not until you check out QC Kinetics. Get a second opinion. Learn about natural biologic treatments, restorative, regenerative alternatives that can repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, shoulders, back, and hips. Other joints as well. QC Kinetics uses natural biologics from your own body and concentrates them in the precise damaged areas for long-lasting relief. And it's an in-office treatment with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't go under the knife if you don't have to. Call QC Kinetics and get a second opinion now. You have nothing to lose. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics at 502-219-4636. Non-surgical regenerative options are here. That's 502-219-4636. 502-219-4636.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One with a Thursday night football preview. Coming up, the Atlanta Falcons host the New England Patriots. After slow starts to the year, both are still hoping to play their way into the postseason. Patriots are now on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a 45-7 blowout over the Browns. Rookie quarterback Mac Jones, who had 3 touchdown throws, says the W's are coming thanks to their practice and preparation habits.
Here, we do a good job every week of preparing. And when we practice well, we play well. And when we don't practice well, usually we don't play as well. So it's pretty much that simple. And we just have to keep doing that.
Matt Ryan and the Falcons are coming off an embarrassing 40-point loss to the Cowboys, but are just 2 games back in the NFC South. Ian Eagle and Tony Baselli have all the action of the Patriots at the Falcons on Thursday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Napa know-how.
When you buy the Napa bag for 99 cents, you'll get 20% off 3 or more items. No other bag saves you 20% on wipers, premium oil, headlamps, and more, which makes the Napa bag the best bag in the world. Sorry, handbags, man bags, punching bags, bagpipes, and even you, bags under the eyes. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 11/30/21.
For the ones who are always in the know.
Delivery confirmed.
For the ones who keep things running. For the innovators and the problem solvers. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, experienced staff at local branches, and free access to experts to help answer your toughest questions. So whatever challenge you face, we have the knowledge and products to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Miami. Ace. Miami. Ace.
Ace.
Welcome back. Welcome back to 93.9 The Cane, here live from Coral Gables. Shout out to our producer Pablo for playing that. That was awesome, my man. Exciting day here as we continue. We get ready for the basketball game tonight in the middle of football season.
Steve, I cannot tell you, since we've hired Tom Jurich and the coaching train has just been rolling.
We've been excited. And here's the thing. We've watched what Coach Kiffin has done with this football team. Now in the new playoff ranking, ranked number 5 in the country. And it's interesting to see what's going to happen. But we've only got a couple in our first year of Coach Rick Pitino. And it's exciting because signing day just passed. He's now signed the number 3 class in America and has a top 15 team. And we're from Louisville. So people here may not know who we are yet.
Listen,
but they will.
Coral Gables, we used to have this saying back in Louisville. It used to be, "In Tom we trust." Now I'm going to pass you. I'm going to give you a little something and take this with you, because this is going to be the most exciting next 20 years of your lives as Cane fans that you've ever seen. At Louisville, it was "In Tom we trust." Here in Miami, "In Tom we must." We must trust Tom and believe in Tom, and he will get you to the promised land. I want y'all to do yourselves a favor. Go back to 2013 and listen. The Louisville program does not have the access that you have in Miami, and the weather down here is beautiful. I mean, thank y'all for rescuing me and bringing me down here to beautiful
beautiful day. Every day's a beautiful day. Let's get to the text line really quick. Text line says, "I just had a kilo." Okay.
Text line says, "How could Louisville mess this up so bad?" Oh,
That's a good one. That's a good one. Text line, reading the text line really quick. We'll finish up here, and then I want to get a couple thoughts from Pablo. Text line says, it's a beautiful day in Coral Gables. Will I see you guys at Prime Steakhouse tonight? It's possibility. It's a possibility.
Listen, first, we'll be at the Heat game, and if we get out of there early.
Diener's so jealous of us. Sorry, Diener's an old friend of ours back up in Louisville. So jealous of us, man. But
we're going to do the Heat game, and we got to stop by one of the gentleman's establishment, and then we may get over there. But, down here in Miami, everything stays open until, listen, there's no mandates here.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Pablo, one thought from you.
Jurich está bien.
Sorry. All right. Sorry, we had to go. Just get a little practice in.
Just get some training. This is texters. This is what you do to Steve. That text, it's unprofessional. That text right there is what you did. And that wasn't rehearsed, y'all. That was freestyle. I hope y'all see how easy this transition is going to be. Just so you know, this is what it's going to sound like. And y'all are going to tune in.
I know.
Y'all are going to tune in and you're going to say, hey, Marcus and Steve, we sure do miss you. But I listen to you guys and I cheer for Miami now too. When my Cards aren't playing, of course.
Who would be James Strebel? Who would be our new your FSU guy?
Yes.
Will probably be our new James Strebel.
I guarantee it. Listen.
Este espectáculo está fuera de los rieles. Tom Jurich es nuestro nuevo jefe. Brumas se ve muy sexy en naranja. Mayvin el verde se ve elegante.
What is he?
Because we got to work on our Spanish. We got to work on our
This show is off the rails. Tom Jurich is our new jefe. Rumich looks very sexy in orange. Maven the green looks dapper.
Listen, green orange. That was awesome, Nikki. If I had known it was coming.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, I gotta clean up my language.
Mm-hmm. No, you actually don't. Living there.
No, I don't mean.
No, but I know.
I know.
I know.
What I'm saying is my bilingual, trilingual. What's the
Nunca he visto un productor con huevos más grandes.
I've never seen a producer with bigger eggs.
Nikki, what's the language learning thing?
¿Cómo estás?
How you doing?
What's the thing that everybody was talking about they're gonna try?
Babel.
Hooked on phonics.
Muzzy back in the day.
Both of you, y'all know
Rosetta Stone.
No, Rosetta Stone.
Boom.
Thank you, Nikki. Rosetta Stone. I'm gonna get my Rosetta Stone on, and we'll be there. Listen, we'll be there by August. we'll be there right as the season kicking. Actually, we'll get there in late June. Get sneak peeks at the football team, the basketball team, get acquainted to the recruiting cycles and all that good
Nick es
stuff.
tan inteligente como la mierda.
I'm working on it.
Nick is intelligent as.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so Steve.
Oh God.
Have we?
I guess. Well, hang on. I guess we do need to reset just a second. So we got some things we need to remind people.
But listen, while we are in Louisville, while we still don't have perfect weather, it's my time to remind y'all that temperature control here in Louisville is one of the most valuable resources one could have. Not in Miami, but in Louisville. Temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one could have. And if you agree, then DFH Company is 100% the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split. Steve and myself enjoy the temperature control and the speed of the temperature control. So look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at gfhcompany.com.
Also, quick reminder, since my cousin called me, he's doing the free trial. That's actually why I started talking to him this morning. He's doing the free trial himself starting today. Funny, called me and asked me, hey, man, how do I get that free trial? I was like, you don't listen at all, do you? At all. So I guess for him and everybody else, Tiger TV Pro is a new streaming service we have here at ESPN Louisville. For $39.99 a month, you'll receive all your sports channels, all your ESPN Pluses, ACC networks, RSNs, everything you can think of. NFL games, NBA, NHL, MLB, all pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, MMA, WWE, Stars, HBO, Cinemax, Epics, all those, including a library of movies and TV shows. And Tiger TV is offering a 7-day free trial. You can sign up for yourself. Just go to espnlouisville.com, scroll down, click on the Tiger. Very easy. You'll have to give no credit card information. You try it out for 7 days. If you like it, you'll get an email that will help you, or then they will give you you give them the credit card information and do it that way. It's a very professional place. Never have to worry about U of L games again. And I said it yesterday. Heck, for $39.99 a month, take your, if you love DVR and you love your cable package, do what I'm doing. Keep it. And then just for $39.99 a month,
compare and contrast,
or keep them both. I said this yesterday. Keep them both. Lower your package down as low as you can, and then get the Tiger TV. It'll pay for itself. You'll get the movie channels. Or just go completely to it. But I'm trying to give you all options. You'll get the movie channels, pay-per-views, and everything for $40 a month. You can't do that. Go ahead, order a pay-per-view and order all the movie channels, all the premium channels on your cable bill,
and check that bill
and see if it's more than $40. So there's a lot of options there. It's Tiger TV.
You're all welcome. What's for lunch today, Steve?
What's for lunch today?
Para nuestros oyentes de español en el bastón, DFH es el mejor. El Mitsubishi Mini Split es divino. Podemos calentarlo y calentarlo, hacer nieve en esta madre FR. Tiger TV tiene todos los canales. Lucha libre pago por evento. Entiendo. Todos los canales deportivos de RSN. Puedes apostar. Películas en tu trasero. No se necesita tarjeta de crédito. Muy bien.
You want the English?
Not after that long paragraph. What does the English say?
For our Spanish listeners on the cane, DFH is the best. The Mitsubishi Mini Split is divine. We can make it toasty and warm or snow in this mother effer. Tiger TV has all the channels. Wrestling pay-per-view, got it. All the RSN sport channels. You betcha. Movies out your ass. No credit card needed. Muy bien.
I'll get the wings on after the next break.
Right. You don't want to mix our sponsors in right with that. And we also do have Tony. We have a great guest coming up.
Oh yeah,
shortly. So make sure we hit the break at about 23.
A lot of people on the text line were talking about the bowl game, and I think people understood what we were saying with that. With if you don't,
I'm listening.
You have a chance in 2 games here to put together a resume that will get you into a decent bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people on the text line were saying, and I think this is a problem U of L would run into. They're not going to those. Like somebody said, the Duke Mayos Bowl is probably the one that we read that they would probably go to. I mean, you get an SEC opponent in Charlotte.
Yeah, that's the only thing. We're only going to SEC opponents.
Yeah. So
or big upper echelon Big Ten.
But
opponents.
I think at U of L, we know one thing: people will travel for 2 things. If you've just beaten Kentucky, and I'm going south, 2 things Louisville fans will do: win the next 2 games, you will have beaten Kentucky, and you're most likely going south. You're most likely going to Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, somewhere like that. I think that Louisville fans would travel well to those games. And again, I understand financials around Christmas time, all this stuff. I mean, look, attendance is not. I know that's been a hot topic for the last couple of days.
It's getting cheaper though.
Yeah, and it will. I mean, supply and demand will make tickets cheaper at this point. But I'm just saying, I think you'll get a pretty good turnout I mean, look, me and the wife have already said, look, if they go south, we'll parlay that into a Florida trip, and we'll just say, okay, let's do the bowl game and let's do a little, because Disney, we were going to do Disney. You can't get into a park from the 26th to the 31st. It's just like, it's not happening. But we were like, well, we'll if they go to a bowl game in the South, especially if they beat Kentucky, if you beat Duke and Kentucky and you finish and you're like, okay, let's go, let's have some fun.
What does the predictor have that game at right now? The Kentucky versus Louisville game.
Right now, the FPI says tonight, Louisville is 86% chance to win the game, which we knew. Says Kentucky, Louisville is a 58% chance to win the game. If Louisville looks good tonight, there's a good chance, especially if Louisville covers tonight, that Louisville will probably be favored in that Kentucky game.
Isn't that amazing?
I mean, it won't be much. It'll probably be 2.5, or less. But Louisville will probably be favored if they cover the spread tonight.
And the reason I asked you that is because I want to reiterate that we are being fair.
Yeah,
we are being fair. Like, these aren't like, oh man, they're awesome this year. Expected them to come in. No, I expect for the issues that we've had earlier in the season to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect the late season product to look better. Than the early season product, for good coaches and good teams. And, the young guy, I don't want to say excuse, the young guy conversation. When you have this many players and this much depth, Cream should have rose to the top by now. Like with guys who are locked in. So, this is not an unreasonable setup for the Kentucky game, for the Duke and Kentucky game.
And speaking of Louisville football, got another commit.
I'm listening.
They got a 3-star safety, 6'3" safety, D'Angelo Hutchinson. I think this was the kid that, he just decommitted from Iowa State the other day.
How big is he?
6'3". Safety. It's good size safety. But I've been clear. The reason I've been angry is I don't think all the people that have talked crap about the recruiting, I'm like, I totally disagree. I don't think the recruiting's been bad. That's why we did. That's why we specifically did.
We spent day after day after day saying the guys he's brought in, coaches can work with these guys. You can work with these guys. Now, if you say development side of things, hey, I would have expected my linemen to put on more weight by now, and just look like things, things that show me we're committed to a more physical brand. But outside of that, it's like, there's a lot of good things with this program that you're wrong with. I tell you what, we'll take this early commercial on this break because I don't want to get off balance with my call. We'll come back and then I'll give you a chance to reach out. So we'll do that. Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.
We opened our first location in 1995. Cox is more a convenience-driven brand, where Evergreen is more of a shopping experience.
The bourbon world has really kind of exploded over the last 5 to 10 years.
We are always bringing in new barrel picks that were hand-selected by our team.
My favorite part is the people.
Satisfying what their needs is our top priority. Cox's and Evergreen Liquors are Louisville's neighborhood liquor store. Visit our website, coxslouisville.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and we're thankful for winning here at the service. Are you betting the games this week? Go to fatjacksports.com and get winning selections text to your cell phone or email to you for less than $100 a week. The college basketball season has got off to a hot start, and we're ready for an unbelievable run through December, the bowl season, the playoffs, and more. That's 1-800-298-1383 or fatjacksports.com to win by the end of the month for less than $100 a week at fatjacksports.com.
Hey everybody, Steve Rummage here. And if you have listened to 93.9 The Ville over the last few months, you know I've reminded you of 3 simple words: Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance, and with the spring market heating up, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo@remax.net.
Pretty soon, turning on the heat in your house will be a common event. And if you're not sure your heating system is ready for the winter months ahead, it may be time to call who we call at the station DFH Company. Now, when you buy a qualifying Trane HVAC system, receive 18-month special financing along with a 10-year parts and labor warranty when you buy a complete Trane system. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One with a Thursday night football preview. Coming up, the Atlanta Falcons host the New England Patriots. After slow starts to the year, both are still hoping to play their way into the postseason. Patriots are now on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a 45-7 blowout over the Browns. Rookie quarterback Mac Jones, who had 3 touchdown throws, says the W's are coming thanks to their practice and preparation habits.
Here, we do a good job every week of preparing. And when we practice well, we play well. And when we don't practice well, usually we don't play as well. So it's pretty much that simple, and we just have to keep doing that.
Matt Ryan and the Falcons are coming off an embarrassing 40-point loss to the Cowboys, but are just 2 games back in the NFC South. Ian Eagle and Tony Baselli have all the action of the Patriots at the Falcons on Thursday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long, right here on ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Napa know-how. When you buy the Napa bag for 99 cents, you'll get 20% off 3 or more items. No other bag saves you 20% on wipers, premium oil, headlamps, and more, which makes the Napa bag the best bag in the world. Sorry, handbags, man bags, punching bags, bagpipes, and even you, bags out of the eyes. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 11/30/21.
For the ones who are always in the know.
Delivery confirmed.
For the ones who keep things running. For the innovators and the problem solvers. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, experienced staff at local branches, and free access to experts to help answer your toughest questions. So whatever challenge you face, we have the knowledge and products to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-939.
This is Bob Valvano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally, right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives like mine. That's kfov.org.
Here's what you missed on the Diener Show.
Here's 3 letters for this kid. NIL. Yeah. This guy is going to make money off name, image, and likeness. He's going to do well there. The only thing I want to hear is from Matt Cross. I don't want to hear from Pegues. I don't want to hear from Sam Williamson. I don't hear from any of them. I don't care what they have to say. Yep. I only have ears for Matt Cross.
Weekday morning, 7 to 10 on 93.9 The Ville, ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Your home for Liquor Barn's coverage of Lamar Jackson and Baltimore Ravens football is right here on ESPN Louisville.
Jackson steps up, throws wide open to the 20. Hollywood Brown to the 10. He's in. Touchdown Ravens.
The Ravens are back on the road Sunday taking on the Bears. Pre-game coverage begins at 12:30 with kickoff at 1, and it's all right here on 93.9 The Ville. Live play-by-play of Lamar and the Ravens is presented by Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Save on everything during Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021. Masterforce has the largest selection of power tool accessories with over 500 accessories in stock. From drill and dry bits to saw blades, sanding belts, and discs. Save today with 11% off all Masterforce power tool accessories. Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021 is good through Wednesday, November 24th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
This is Lamar Jackson, and you're listening to the home of the Ravens in Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
Ave María, cuando serás mía. Si
$93.9 is the number. $93.9 is the station. Here's the plan, people. We got a special guest coming up. We're buying a couple of seconds to give my man Nicky time to reach out. You know, he's on perfect time. This is a long time coming, so like I don't mind telling everybody I'm really, really excited to get this guest on. And if you ever if you believe in healing crystals, and if you really are a positive vibration kind of person, you turn up your volume and you listen to the passion in this person's voice, the energy, it will make you a better person. It's a good conversation and kept me on the straight and narrow quite some
That's a
quite
fact, man.
times.
That's a fact. No, absolutely excellent. Listen, became a legend here for obvious reasons, and a incredible human being.
Have you seen all of the movies?
Absolutely. Saw every one of them.
Really, Steve?
I saw every single one of them. Yeah.
I was waiting. I wasn't going to ask you
in
that.
my circles, man. In my circles, like I've watched Courageous. I've watched like all of them. Yeah, like I'm talking every single one.
Yeah, so listen, and with the kids, is that like mandatory? Is that like mandatory school watching?
Well, it's funny because, you always would think, I'm chatting with TC Stallings, the people at my church were the most that were like, for real? For real?
Really?
Yeah, because they don't know him from that as much as
from Louisville.
Yeah, as Louisville, as much as I was chatting last night at church, and they were like, I'm like, yeah, I got TC Stallings. They wasn't like former Louisville player. They're like, the dude from the movies. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yes.
This is the most awkward, and this is the worst welcome introduction that I could give. It's just I don't want it to be awkward, but it's great to have him joining us today. TC Stallings, thank you so much for joining us today on Middays with Marcus Baby. How's it going, my man?
What's up, May? It's awkward for a lot of reasons, man, but I'm sure we'll get into it, man. Thanks for having me. It's good to talk to you. I ain't talked to you in so long.
Listen, it is absolutely wonderful to hear your voice. Here's the thing. We have a format. We usually get the real difficult, tough question out of the way so we can get the uncomfortable, elephant in the room. This is just how we do. So I'm going to give you the first question. Let's get it out the way. Are you ready?
For sure. You can ask me anything, man.
Okay. The awkward question for TC Stallings. Were you aware? Did I confess, or were you aware that I almost lost your snake on that front lawn in front of Stevenson.
I've heard this story.
when you went to class. Listen, did I confess that to you, or did I just keep that secret and never tell you about it?
You kept it secret and never told me about it.
well, listen. Everybody in the state of Kentucky knows that when you went to turn your assignment in, and you left me with the honor of taking care of your pet snake, and you told me just pull it by the tail a little bit if it starts to creep away. And listen,
bruh.
Just pulling stuff.
Listen.
No.
I looked away for 2 seconds, and man, when I tell you, I knew you were gonna kill me.
No, you ain't telling me that. That was funny. I've heard that through the grapevine, do different things, and I was sitting to myself like, man, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. May would have told me that, man. May, you did not tell me.
Listen. I thought you would have saw it on my face when you came around that corner. I was probably sweating buckets, but yeah, like I said, it just listen. I looked down, man. It just like I said, that thing just blended in perfectly with the little grass and the little sticks right by the little, the concrete bench or whatever. So
see, this is May trying to be cool with it. Now, one thing I bet I told you, don't take it outside. Don't be taking it outside trying to show off.
No, you had it outside, and you just had to go turn in your paper. You had to drop off a paper right around the corner. You was like, "Come on, man, just watch it real quick." I was outside on the little on the concrete bench. That's
okay, but did I tell you don't put it on the ground?
I don't think so. No. You know what?
You just left him with the snake.
Listen, I think maybe you were just a little more pressure to get that paper in, and you probably just said, "I'll be back in 60 seconds," like just running right around the corner. But okay, so that's the awkward one. Maybe you did tell me don't put it on the ground. Now in hindsight, I'll take the fall on that. Oh, listen. Okay, so TC, this is what I want to do.
All right.
I want you to reintroduce yourself and just and kind of go, okay, Ohio to Louisville, work your way through, take your time or go as fast as you can or as slow as you can. Just kind of reintroduce your journey through Louisville so I can get people to kind of know you again.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. And this is a good time to do it because there's a lot of things that people really don't know about my time at Louisville, how I got there. I kept that stuff really close to the vest, but yeah, grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm 12 years old, and I didn't have a whole lot of money. I had a tough childhood. I didn't know my dad, and never met him until I was like 19 years old. So it's just that standard story that you hear about, young black kid growing up in the hood that just want to get out, and football became the way for me to do that. And being that the standard in my family wasn't really to get A's and B's and anything like that. None of the males in my family had even graduated high school. And everybody else, I had one sister that graduated high school, and all the other sisters were like dropouts and stuff, So love my family, but I'm just keeping it real about how we grew up. So the standard was what it was. So what I would do, man, is I would, once I got what I needed to stay eligible for football, I kind of really checked out of school. I really didn't, smart kid, but just didn't, dedicate myself. So anyway, that leads to basically like a 1.9 GPA. And I was really killing it on the field, getting recruited by a lot of schools, but that 1.9 kept a lot of schools away from me. And I couldn't even, pass the ACT and make it all match up or whatever. So I never forget when Ron Cooper and Coach Kirkpatrick, the offensive coordinator, they came to my house and they just told me, like, if you can get this score matched up, we ain't going nowhere. And so to make a long story short, Louisville stuck with me through the process because when I graduated, I actually took the ACT and the score was too low. All the schools started dropping off. I had visited Syracuse. I was talking with Maryland. I visited like all the different schools, but when the scores didn't match, everybody dropped off. But Coop and them kept calling me, and they worked through me all through that year. See, I was a year late to school, by the way. People don't know that. I was supposed to come in 96. And I came in 97.
It was my story too. I think that might be why we hit it off so well right off the bat.
Right. Yep. And I remember like sitting at home in Cleveland watching. You got to think back, y'all. This is like 10 Chersika. Cats like that running the ball, and I'm like, that's supposed to be me. So anyway, I took all that time off, And I kept taking the ACT, and I finally got my score. And I never forget when they called me back and said, the clearinghouse is cleared you, you can come.
Ooh.
So I came in 97, and I was a all-Ohio running back. And I came in, and my very first year, I was a kick returner for Coop, and I got hurt. And you know, people never got a chance to really see me that year. Coop gets fired, Coach Smith and them come in, and then they move me to linebacker. And this is what people were first introduced to me as a starting linebacker. And I had a plan. I said, look, I'll do this, and I'm going to ball out and gain some respect, and then I want to get back on offense. So people don't remember, I was 55 tackles, 2 sacks, freshman all-conference linebacker for Louisville in 1998. And
keep going,
and
Tony.
I went into the office, and I told Coach Smith, I want to go back to running back, and he ain't want me to do it. So if people remember Art Valero, Coach Valero was an offensive line coach. I gave him my high school tape, and I said, take my name off of it, but give it to Coach Smith and say, here's a kid I want you to look at. Coach Smith looked at the tape and went nuts about this running back. Coach Valero said, that's TC Stallings. That's Tony Stallings. You want to go back. And that's how I got my shot in the spring. Coach Smith said, you got 1 carry. Do something with it or you're going back to defense. First carry was a 65-yard touchdown, and that's how I became the starting running back.
What a story.
Okay,
That's
TC, just to kind of get nerdy real quick. I remember I asked you a question. I said, what's your favorite play call, right? And I remember you explaining to me, I think it was kind of like a counter trap play. And you gave me the exact verbiage on it. Do you remember the verbiage of your play?
Absolutely. I wrote it down.
I'm listening.
Absolutely. All day long. Bruh, it was funny. I use this as an analogy in life right now, man. There's 11 people on the field. You got your linemen. Everybody's got a job to do. You know, all the receivers, you know, Deion Branch, LaVelle Boyd, all of them, they got what's called a runoff. When they run off, that makes the defensive backs turn around, and they have to run with those receivers, so they can't even see the play. They got to go full speed. They can't take that play off. Then you got the linemen. You got the guards pull a certain way, and everybody else do down blocks. That creates the confusion because you got 3 cats going left, 2 cats going right. The linebackers, they usually follow these because these are their keys.
Yep.
So I take a step with the first 3 linemen and make the linebackers go one way, and then I come back, and that opens up holes either in the middle or on the outside, and it's up to the running back to make the right choice. And it was just a play that it kills so many teams, and I love that it gives you so many choices, and I get the ball so deep as a running back. That was my favorite play, man. 24 counter, 25 counter. I love that play.
That's what I knew it was something like 24 counter or something to that effect. Yeah, like I said, I do remember.
Hey, here's the deal, though. The problem with that, why I always use as an example about unity, is because if anybody don't do their job, the play don't work. And you can apply that to life, to jobs, to anything, man. People be wanting it to go their way. What if the wide receivers don't want to run off? Anybody do something different, it don't work out. Everybody is all in. 11 people got to do their job. If one person don't do it, it don't work. So it's just an ultimate example for like teamwork and everything.
Well, TC, let me do this. Okay, you get out of school. The first public thing you hear about is reality show. The animal reality. So give me the quick how did you get involved in that?
Well, man, the funny thing is, and again, this might be another show for another day, man. But when I tell you stuff went on with me that I'm just now talking about, I didn't get drafted, and I had a type of year my junior year where I should have got drafted then. What a lot of people don't know is I almost nearly was not a Cardinal my senior year. I considered transferring. Now, you let me know if you got enough time to really dive into that.
No, it's your time. Listen, everybody's listening. Everybody's like ears locked in. So you tell us what your time is like.
All right. Well, here's the deal. And you know, there's a documentary that I put out called 24 Counter, the story behind the run. And it's on Amazon right now, man. It's got 33 5-stars. You know, I just put it out last year. It's going to tell people a lot about my time at Louisville, man.
Well, don't tell the story. If you have that on Amazon, save 24 Counter for the stories that come off of that. Like, you can keep it general with us. Like I said.
For sure. I'm going to keep it general. Okay. I'm going to keep it general. But at the end of the day, man, you know, the reason that I waited to tell this story at this point is because, honestly, man, and people who know me know how I am about the Lord. I just wanted the Lord to get the glory. And if I'd have told it at the time where all this stuff was happening, it would have been more about me, or it would have been more about the coaches, you know, or it would have been more about something that I don't want to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
But truth be told, man, Coach Smith, you know, Coach, like, they didn't want me to play running back. Like they didn't, and I'm just keeping it all the way straight. It was the hardest thing in the world to get them to allow me to do that. And you know, when new coaches come in, they want their players. I don't think that staff was happy with hardly any of Coop's players, unless you was like some sort of superstar. So they was kind of like cleaning house, man. And
Kind
my
of, yeah,
whole
resistance,
career,
yeah.
My whole career was spent having the running back coach at the time of Coach Chandler constantly bringing in people to replace me. You know, it's funny when you watch the game and listen to the radio broadcast, you'll even hear people saying, like, you know, they keep bringing people in to replace Tony Stallings and they can't get it done because he keeps fighting them off. And so I went through that my whole career. So anyway, after rushing for 810 yards my junior year off 100-some carries, splitting time with almost every person they could think of, and I realized that he didn't want me over there. You know, and it was an internal struggle to stay over there. And I'm just like, okay, this is messing with my future. I came here to take care of my mom. I came here. I was like, you know, that whole summer we considered transferring. And then there was a process where I'm just like, you know, I feel like the Lord, we prayed about it. I feel like the Lord brought me here for a reason. And you're going to kind of see what that reason was in the film. But the bottom line is my senior year was one of the hardest years I've ever had as an athlete, because I faced a lot of persecution my senior year within the locker room. And there was a lot of reasons why people didn't see me play as much.
Right.
And it really hurt the greatness that I really could have had. But at the same time, it led me to a whole different career. So if you wonder why I went backwards, to answer that question about how I got into the acting, because it was God's plan, not mine. I didn't want to be no actor, man. I wanted to be an NFL football player. But the Lord was grooming me, and he shut the door on that. But it took some time in my senior year. I basically was challenged by my coach, man, to knock off like my faith and kind of how I was. If I really wanted to you know, remain in that running backs room, because my faith was kind of making it difficult. Meaning I didn't get involved in all the dirty jokes. I would kind of turn my head when all that stuff was starting to happen. And then, you know, it affected the coach just flat out just liking me as a human being. So he hit me with the playing time, man. And so when people look at my numbers like, dang, how did they drop off so much? I wasn't liked, bruh. And a lot of people don't realize that because I'm a likable person, but this was personal.
No, that made you stronger. Yeah, you could.
That led
to
me not getting drafted, Chief. And I didn't get any help from my running back coach. He didn't tell him how good an athlete I was. He didn't, or none of that. It was more so speaking to some other things, and I didn't get drafted, so it's all good. I started playing arena ball, and I still was pursuing that. But then, on a whim, I auditioned. This was just for fun. You know, I'm finishing up my degree.
Right.
Because, you know, I left school early to try to go to the NFL. I didn't even finish up my last semester. I came back to Louisville to finish that up. And I started just on a whim for fun, man. I auditioned for the Animal Planet show and literally got picked. So that was a long way to get to that point. But
no, it's good. Okay, so Animal Planet, that experience?
Man, that's an easy one. When they picked me, I was actually shocked that they picked me. I was playing for the Fire at the time, for those who remember it. I was doing great for them. I was breaking records for them, and I left in the middle of the season to go do this show. And I go do the show, and I'm there 6-7 weeks, man. And it was crazy because it's basically Survivor with animals, man. This was Animal Planet's #1 reality television show. And you go out there, 12 people from all over the country, and they just make you, you know, you answer these animal questions, and you know, you do these challenges and stuff like that, just like Survivor. And
Right.
just each week you got to survive. And every week, you know, I would make it, you know, week to week to week to week. Man, I ended up winning the show and got sent to Australia to film my own 1-hour special on Animal Planet. And that's when the acting bug really kind of like it nibbled, because it's gonna bite later, but it nibbled right there when I saw what a career like this could be like. Because man, it was just my goodness, talk about like everything taken care of, like your hotels, and you got a script, and all this stuff. And I was like, oh gosh, I think I would want to do this one day, but I still had NFL aspirations at the time.
Well, okay, but you, like I said, you carried that acting thing, and you never, like I said, you never let it go. And again, everybody has that, you chase your dream versus, things you start to enjoy. Like, who would have thought that I would end up in radio every day?
Right.
Look, is that something you could have predicted me doing?
No, man, you're supposed to be in the NBA knocking down some threes somewhere. I always thought that, like, what I mean, you know what? Honestly, though, I could see you doing it. I just thought it would be post NBA. Like,
fair enough.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fair. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah. Steve Rummage here. We're talking with TC Stallings. Listen, I do have a question, because you got kind of going into the acting thing, and just I was wanting to give you a chance to talk about this, because okay, so imagine me now. Here I am. I grew up, here, love the Cards. I'm watching. I love at church, we enjoy the Kendrick brother movies. Okay, so
right.
I've watched these. I'm watching Courageous, and now in Marcus. Now imagine me. Okay, here's this man. I'm watching this guy. Now all of a sudden he's still in this truck. He's taking out, and I'm going, wait a minute.
TC, he is a youth pastor that we're talking to right here. Okay, my co-host right now.
So
right.
I'm saying, time out. That's Stallings. I know who that is,
Right.
and I'm watching. So I was just curious, because I do have a segment of people that are listening that would be curious kind of how you got involved with the Kendrick brothers and got into those movies. Because, man, I know they have been extremely inspirational in literally changing people's, saving marriages and everything. Changing people's lives out there.
Right. Well, the funny thing about that is, so we're coming off the whole Animal Planet thing, which was 2004, and then I come back, I won that, and off of Reality Stardom, nothing really happens. Unless it just kind of comes and goes. I went back to playing football. I got picked up by the Calgary St. Peters. I was crushing it up there. Went over to Europe, and I played over there. We won a Super Bowl over there. So in 2008, I think I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna I have 1,501 yards, 26 touchdowns. I was the MVP. We won the Super Bowl. I'm like, we're going to take all of this and go to the NFL. I went to see the movie Fireproof that the Kendrick brothers made. And then remember I told you that acting bug nibbled a little bit? Well, it kind of like stayed on me for like those 5 years and kept nibbling, but then it bit. Like it just started, it bit in the theater. Like I think I want to do this, because at the time I'm in my early 30s. Now I'm 30. I think I was like 30 at the point, and I knew it would be hard, even with this season, to have the NFL take a chance on a 30-year running back unless I can run like a 4.2 or something like that. And so I'm just like, man, I think I know what I want to do as this thing wraps up. I think it's this acting thing. I enjoy what I did over when I was in Australia. I was like, who made this movie though? Because I want to start clean. Like I don't want to get dirty, and all the rumors you hear. You got to go to Hollywood and get dirty and do all these different things and grind and lower your standards. And my faith was really high at the point. So I'm like, a great safe start would be the Kendrick brothers. But I had heard trying to get with them is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, whatever. And
right.
I ended up, man, praying. I said, Lord, if this is you making my heart beat like this for acting, I just want to authenticate this calling. If this is you, you got to open the door for me to work with these Kendrick brothers, man. And then a year and a half later, that's what I'm working with. And I sent the email to the person who was in Fireproof, Erin Bethea. She was the daughter of the person that was the executive producer for Courageous, and she read the email. That never happens. She read the email and passed my information along, and I got a Skype audition at the 12th hour, man. Like, it was like at the last minute before they filmed Courageous. I did a Skype audition from my couch. They liked it, and they had me do it. And man, and then the rest is history, man. But that's how I got it, man. I authenticated the call and through prayer, man. The Lord opened that door, and He's been doing the same thing every year of my career. Here I am, 25 or so films later. Was in Hollywood for 10 years, and man, He's held nothing from me for what I want to do. And but that's how it got started, man.
Listen, TC, you have shared so much. I could not have, asked for a better interview. Like I said, I know we could have this conversation. I haven't talked to you in so long, man. I got to tell you, man, it's great. It's great to hear your voice. I'm so proud of you, man. I love you. I want you to keep doing well. We are. I will stay in better contact with you. I know you're gonna get back to Louisville. I know you're gonna keep on spreading your word. It's just man. Everything, all the vibes are great. It's great to hear from you. But get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for your time that you gave us this morning.
I appreciate it, man. We got to do this. We got to do this again. We definitely got to do this again.
Wait, real quick. Amazon, give everybody 24 counter and how they can contact you and the movies they can check out. Just give everybody a quick wrap up if you can.
Oh, for sure. You know what? Just on Amazon, type in 24 counter, the story behind the run, and it'll pop up, man, and you'll see it. But if you really, best way, I'm into so much. My website is www.tcstallings.life. And everything is listed there. You can find everything, that I'm doing. But Louisville, thank you. I love y'all. Like I said, we got to have another conversation.
I know.
I just want to talk about us doing more and helping this team. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, man.
Listen, you know it, and you are one of the most focused human beings I know. When you say it, you really mean it. I will be talking to you soon, man. Get on out here. Enjoy your day.
All right, brother.
That was a very powerful TC Stallings.
He's a different type of dude, man.
Listen,
golly.
When this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to take what y'all just heard. And when you listen to me and when you have those questions that you want to have about Marcus's past and Marcus's background, that's one of my roommates from college. That's one of my first friends. Do y'all hear how focused that man is in his life? So imagine waking up every day, walking down the hallway and talking to who y'all just heard.
Yeah.
He goes to practice. I go train. We're in the dorms, push-ups. We got goals. We got focus. This is a friend that I love. Like, I was at his wedding, this is my guy. So when y'all say, Marcus, you're so positive, your spirit, and it's like, this is my background. Guys like this. So that's a good example of what my experience was at the University of Louisville. So when I tell people, listen, y'all, we don't work for the school. This is listening to him is why we love our university.
Yep.
He's awesome. He's awesome. It's
good stuff, man.
It's so great.
The walk up, I always call it the walk up. I talk to the guy and everything like that. You could just tell, how a person is. Because some people, not naming any names,
right?
And look, people could be having a day, whatever. But sometimes
and are busy and
yeah. So I don't take it personal because the next time they come on, they could be jovial. But sometimes people are gruff, with the producer, and then they come on the air and they're all blah 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 blah, sunshine and rainbows. So they're kind of putting it on, though. You kind of see how people interact with the help, if you will, the producer.
Yeah, treat the producer like you treat the host.
100%, the exact same guy on the phone that he was before he came on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was awesome, man.
That's really good to hear his voice, man. Golly. I didn't tell him about the snake situation.
I just still am baffled by it. Yeah, just pull its tail. No.
It
well, for one, I'm not watching a snake.
It wasn't like pull. It was just kind of like, just hold him right there.
I imagine that if you pull the tail, it whips around. To me, it immediately whips around and bites me in the neck.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And it was a baby. Like I saw it from day one. Like when he first got it, it was, he probably told me. He probably did tell me don't put it down.
Really quick, since Nick, I know you can get ready to play us out because it is Thursday, which means it is Wing Zone Thursday here at ESPN Louisville. Thanks to Adam and his staff for dropping off Wing Zone catering to the ESPN Louisville studios. And they have you covered for all the football and hoops this weekend. Try the ESPN special, 10 boneless wings, wedges, and a drink for just $9.39. Just mention ESPN Louisville